Hello and good morning. We're off to a little bit of a late start here on the Coffee with Christine show. It's been a little bit of a morning. It's been good, but it's been a little bit of a later start than I would have liked. So I apologize if you've been waiting on me. If you haven't, then carry on. We are getting ready to dive on into today's show, and I had some really good questions come up, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I call the business this side of chaos coaching, and a couple stories that hopefully will inspire you to start letting go and allow you to really step into who you are. So I got that going on for you. So if you are ready and you're here, make sure you say hi, drop a comment, let us know that you're watching. And if you know anyone who would benefit from watching this, make sure you tag them and let them know that we're live, okay? All right. All right, and good morning and welcome to the Coffee with Christine show. Today is November the 17th, 2022, and we are on episode 51. So today is Tell Me Thursday, and I take this time to share wins from my clients, to answer your questions, to tell you these. So to give you a little bit of insight and feedback and inspiration to take with you throughout your day on Thursdays. So I am sipping, it's Great Value Donut Shop, and it's not my favorite, but it's a coffee. So I've got my usual Planet oat milk in there, and it makes it better. It makes it a lot better. All right, my dears. So today's card, we're going to pull for setting the intention. If you're new here, every morning I like to pull a tarot card to set the intention for today's episode. So today is going to be the Knight of Spears. Jaime Lannister on his white charger riding into a joust. And Knight of Spears. Spears usually represents spirit and passion and fire. And the knight usually determines some type of catalyst. Something is going to create the movement to force you forward. And he is riding in a way, I'll show you guys again. This is my favorite card deck because of all the visuals on this. He's riding forward in what we can determine as determination. He's got his eyes on the target. His horse is getting ready to charge. Oh, I guess me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But he's getting ready to charge into battle. And he's got this determined look. His horse is ready to go. And they are set forward into motion. And so that's going to be today's card, and inspiration for you to take with you is focus on determination today. Determine what path you're going to take and take it, and do it with intention, and do it with purpose, and do it with determination. Okay. So today's episode, we are going to talk. Someone asked me why I called the business this side of chaos coaching. So if you've been following me for any length of time, back in 2016, I started my business initially as a crafting business. And I was making earrings, and I was crocheting, and I was knitting, and I was doing so many different things, but I really was struggling to sell because I didn't feel like what I was making was good enough. I was in Facebook groups, and I was finding myself constantly comparing my products to other people's products, and I didn't feel comfortable selling them at the prices that I knew I should sell them for. And so back in 2018, between 2018 and 19, my partner got sick, and he got really sick. And it was then and there that I decided that I was going to go into coaching because I didn't want to live in a lifestyle that required me to to be somewhere else when my loved one needed me the most. So I decided to go all in on my business, but I called it This Side of Chaos because I am intent on bringing you from that side of chaos where it's crazy, it's chaotic, it's overwhelming into a life that is balanced and wholesome and happy. And so I bring you from that side of chaos, which is the craziness, into this side of chaos, which is so much more fulfilling and relaxing for you. So that is what we're doing. Hi there. Talking to. It's not showing who you are, so I'll show you. Good, good morning. Who's here with me this morning? So let me know. But we're talking about a few questions that I had, and then I had a couple stories of times where I've overcome things and I've been able to use them as a catalyst to building my business and why I'm doing the coaching. So that's why the business is called This Side of Chaos. I bring you from that side to this side of chaos. So when I was growing up in high school, I'm feeling very nostalgic today just because I've been working on my book and a lot of things have been coming up. And one of the things that I remembered is, hi, Jenna. So as we're going through life, we all have experiences that create the foundation of who we are. And I remember when I was in middle school, I went through a horse phase. I loved horses. I threw myself so passionately into horses, and that's all I talked about. Was horses and horseback riding, my friends at the barn and going to the barn. And I was comfortable enough to wear the same clothes that I would wear to the barn to school. I didn't care. And I there were days where I would go home crying because they were calling me horse girl. And I remember being really upset about it for a long time. They'd sit there and they'd neigh behind my back. And you know what? It broke my heart because I didn't expect everyone else to be interested in horses. Like that wasn't the case. It was the fact that I was passionate about something that someone else thought was funny, that someone else didn't think was normal. And I remember just going gung ho into it and saying, you know what, F you all. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about, and I'm going to pursue my passion in horseback riding. And I think I went and followed through on horseback riding up until I was about 17 years old. So all throughout my school career. And you don't give up your dreams just because someone else is going to make fun of you. And I know my mom had a hard time because I would come home and I was upset. And as a mom, you want to protect your kids. But it was something that I went through that really gave me that core foundation of, you know what, if I'm passionate about it and it's on my heart to do it, I'm going to do it anyway. And between my 20s and 30s, I struggled a lot because my teenage years, I went nuts and I caused a lot of turmoil in my home and I rebelled, and there's still a lot of inner forgiveness to do. But I went from one extreme of not giving a crap about what people were saying and thinking about me in high school or middle school to constantly seeking approval in my 20s to my 30s. So I went the complete opposite direction. And now I'm in the process of unbreaking all these patterns that I've been doing in my entire life. But one of the moments that it started for me, one of the moments where my body imagery started shifting and was the moment I was diagnosed with cancer. And part of me, I don't like bringing this up because like this is such an intimate story and it's not who I am. I don't consider myself a survivor. I consider myself a renegade. I don't focus on the disease. Like it's done, it's over. It's a chapter and it's done. But it was a pivotal point in my life and my journey because I remember I was completely bald. I lost all my hair, lost all my eyebrows, and I remember putting on a wig at the encouragement of my mom, like, maybe, you'll feel better maybe wearing a wig. And I put it on and it was scratchy and it was itchy and it was hot. And I was like, nope, we're not doing this. And that was it. To keep my head warm during the winter, I put on hats and whatnot. But for the most part, I just went completely bald because you know what? That's who I am right now. This is me. This is what I look like. If it makes you all uncomfortable, sorry, not sorry. I'm going through some shit. And, this is what's happening. And part of the treatment process was going through a total mastectomy. So I'm uneven. I got the one, but not the other. And that losing my hair was more difficult than losing this. But I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do a reconstruction. I'm not looking to alter myself to appease everyone else. Like, this is not they put an implant in and make it all better. This is a major surgery that I'd be out of work and out of doing daily functions for an entire month. And I'm not going to do that to just physically appease people. Like, it's not within me to do that. Like, that just doesn't seem logical. So I remember deciding to take my son to the beach. I had to go down to the beach for radiation therapy, which is where they point medical radiation on specific target points. And so the hole under my arm was, when I tell you destroyed, it was peeling, it was red, it was blistery, it was bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to the beach. I'm taking my kid and his friend, and we're going to the beach. And so we did. You know what I did? For the first time in my entire adult life, I wore a two-piece. Because you know what? Let them stare. Let them look. Let them sit there and be like, oh, what's going on with her? You know what? You all can probably guess. Do you think I care? No, I'm here to enjoy my time at the beach with my kid and make memories, because that's important. It shouldn't have to take something like that to help you guys get to that point either, which is one of the missions that I'm on, is to help other women overcome these fears of, how are people looking at me, and why, oh my God, I'm not good enough. Like, you know what? I'm calling you guys on your BS because I need it too. We all have that BS that comes up. We all have the stories that we tell ourselves. We all have the weight of our past that we carry with us. It's inevitable. That's what our life is about. But when you can make that point of, you know what, this is what this moment is bringing me. This is how this moment is changing me. And this is how I'm going to move forward. You find your power in that. You find your power in that decision. You find your power in that moment when you decide to leave that chapter behind you and move forward. And it's something that means so much when I have women who are telling me, like, I'm ready to go all in. I'm ready to do this. This is terrifying the snot out of me, but I'm going to do it anyway. One of the things that I struggled with too is I struggled with continuing my business for a while. I went radio silent for about 6 months. And when I tell you guys, it broke my heart to do that, to be away from doing my daily videos. It broke my heart to not be putting the content out there, because there's so much within me that I want to share with you, that I have to give you. And it's my calling to put this out there for you, to have your own light bulb moment, to have your own story built in a way where it starts here. It starts today. It starts now. And my partner had told me, you're giving too much information out for free. No one's going to want to buy your programs. And part of me broke in that, because it's like, well, yeah, maybe that's true. But there was another piece inside me that said, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. This is what I'm here to do. This is my purpose. This is my mission here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, is going out and giving people the inspiration and knowing I can do that too. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. And that is why I called my business This Side of Chaos, because I've been in it. I've done that. And I've found a system that works. I've created a system that works to get you from completely losing your mind, losing your shit, to having it more together and actually being happy with who you are and what you're doing. Okay? So that's why what I do. That's why the business is called This Side of Chaos Coaching. And those are the stories that have made me who I am. So, whew. Sorry, guys, I got all worked up over that. But, it's so important that you guys take with you. You have the ability to change your minds. You have the ability to make this your stepping stone. And I want you guys to do that. I do. I want you guys to go in on yourselves in whatever capacity it is, even if it's taking yourself out to dinner tonight instead of making a home cooked meal because you feel like you deserve it. That's your moment. Maybe you finally stand up to someone who's being mean to you. That's your moment. Maybe you decide to take your health in your own hands and start doing that diet that you keep saying you're going to do. That's your moment. You have a choice every single day to make this moment count, to make this moment the pivotal point in your life. Don't make it as dramatic as the stuff that I've done, because you shouldn't have to hear the words, you have an illness, to want to change your life, to want to change your purpose and to live your purpose. Okay. So, that's my soapbox for today, guys. I'm sorry. Not really. But we're all doing the best we can. And we're all doing the best we can with what we have. And I want to let you guys know that even if you don't take part in the programs, even if the programs are too much for you at this time, that's fine. You're still going to find value in what I have to offer here every single day on the podcast, on the YouTube video, here in the group. And my story is important, but it's your stories too. Your stories are just as important. Your stories are so motivating and heartwarming. And the stuff that you guys overcome is something that inspires me. So I want to hear more of your stories. If you guys have stories, I would love for you to reach out. You guys can message me on Facebook or shoot something in the comments and let me know that you want to talk. And maybe we can use your story to inspire the other listeners and the other people who are watching these videos. Whether you come on camera, whether we do it over the phone, or whether you just want me to read your story. I want you to help me build this. I want you guys to help me grow this movement into changing our lives for the better and showing others that they can do the same. Because it's possible. There's no reason for it not to be. That's what I'm here doing. You guys can help. I want your stories too. Okay? So I want you to tell me a story of a time where you decided to go all in on yourself and it became the best thing you ever did. Okay? Drop it down in the comments. Tell me you want to chat about your story, whatever you guys, however you want to get a hold of me, and we will make that happen and we'll tell your story too. Okay? Love you all so much. Thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. I hope you go and live today with the utmost of passion. And I hope that you enjoyed your dose of daily love and caffeination. I love you so much.